What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, reporting from Mobile Command with another FAFO file. Gentlemen, by now, we've all seen what happened to that idiotic activist up in New York. First and foremost, just so I can lay my own personal groundwork for where I'm coming from. Not everybody is meant to be saved. And there are a lot of people, especially in this day and age, in this current environment, in this current social environment, in this current financial environment, that deserve a whole lot of leave alone. People are out here on edge, and it takes nothing to set them off. Now, this guy, this moron, the virtue signaling in this article and what they're doing online is absolutely disgusting. It truly is. Now, I'm going to read the original article. I'm going to read a little bit of it. Now, of course, the young man who did this has been caught. So, yeah, that's the big update. So, like I said, I'm going to read a little bit of the original article. And believe you me, gentlemen, like I said, the virtue signaling, the fact that they're trying to make this guy out into a martyr is absolutely disgusting. Now, this article, the original article, was published on the 3rd of October. Disturbing video shows moment beloved activist poet is randomly stabbed to deletion in front of girlfriend. Stop right there. Stop right there. They use the word random. No. I watched the entire video, the entire uncensored video. And the place where I saw the uncensored video, yeah, they're calling this guy exactly what he was, an idiot, a man who could have walked away from the situation, but guess what? He had no situational or spatial awareness. The disturbing video shows the moment a big-hearted activist and talented poet was randomly stabbed to deletion in front of his girlfriend, who desperately tried to get help in the aftermath of the harrowing attack in Brooklyn. Yeah, I definitely have some choice words for the woman in the situation. Gentlemen, this is a clear-cut example of a barbarian deciding to attack and the aftermath of the woman. Ryan Carson, 32, could be seen sitting on a bus stop bench in Bedford Stuyvesant. Pretty sure I butchered that, but fuck it. And speaking with his girlfriend as the two made their way home from a wedding on Long Island just before 4 a.m. Monday, according to the surveillance footage. Okay, 4 a.m. What the hell were they doing out that late? Now, of course, some bleeding heart liberal would say, well, they should have a right to be out that late. No, they should have been taking an Uber home. Waiting for the bus? Yeah. Not knowing the neighborhood that you're in? Bad damn news. Wearing a gray suit, which, by the way, is ugly as fuck. I'm not going to even lie. I'm not even going to front. Looking at his suit reminds me of the movie Falling Down, when Michael Douglas's character is on the golf course. or the golf course, excuse me. And the guy hits a ball at him. And he's like, 4. He's like, 5. Pulls out the shotgun, blasts the guy's golf court. The old guy falls over and starts having a heart attack. And he's like, oh, my pills, my pills. He's like, well, where are your pills? They're on the cart as the cart rolls into the lake. So what does Michael Douglas tell him? Well, you get to die wearing a funny hat. This guy died wearing an ugly suit. Anyway, Carson and the young woman dressed in a blue sleeveless gown get up and begin walking down the block in the same direction as a young man in a dark hooded sweatshirt who just strolled past the pair at the B38 bus stop with his hood up over his head and his hands in his pockets. Now, this is the part that they continue to leave out. Just feet in front of them, the stranger begins kicking scooters parked near the curb for no apparent reason. The footage obtained by the Post on Tuesday shows. Now, what they're going to leave out is what this guy did. Mr. Activist, he actually went down to try to de-escalate the situation. Oh, that's the part where it's no longer random. Yeah, he essentially went up to try to confront the young man on his behavior. See, once again, that white liberal savior complex. And why did this guy in particular have that complex? Oh, there's a phrase at the end of this article you're going to thoroughly enjoy that shows you why this guy had that mindset. Suddenly, the unhinged man turns to Carson and says, "What the fuck are you looking at?" That right there is what sealed Carson's fate. Why? Because when this guy started kicking over scooters, that was the signal for him to say, you know what? Hey, let's get across the street. This guy is not in his right mind. Something just set this guy off. The best thing we could do, give this man wide berth. But no. See, savior complex kicked in. The beloved community activist, who replied that he wasn't looking at anything, then stepped between his girlfriend and the irate stranger who began to advance on the couple. Once again, at this point in time, the first thing he should have been thinking, we need to get out of this situation. Back away slowly. And of course, the woman, she stood there and she fucking froze. That's right, gentlemen. She froze like a deer in the headlights. So at that point, she became completely useless. Quote unquote, "I'll offline you," the maniac threatens as Carson pleads with him to quote unquote, chill. That's something else that a lot of these bleeding heart liberal white guys need to stop doing. Chill, bro. No. If anything, that might actually enrage the guy. And holds up his hand. What? Yeah, like I said, I watched the entire video from start to finish. This guy literally holds up his hand like it's some kind of force shield. These people are so idiotic and they're so blind to the real world. But the attacker pursues Carson, pulling out a knife as the victim's girlfriend runs up behind them and is heard frantically yelling, quote unquote, please, please, please. Once again, being completely useless in the situation as he runs. Now, this right here, in my humble opinion, is why you have to maintain spatial awareness. As he runs, Carson tumbles over the bench that the couple had been sitting on earlier. So yeah, the very bench that he was sitting on became the banana peel that he slipped on that unfortunately caused him to be deleted. The assailant then grabs his jacket, knocks him over to the ground, and savagely shanked him multiple times in the chest as the victim's girlfriend catches up to them. He walks away as Carson lies curled up on the ground before returning and approaching the terrified woman who raises her hand to stop him. Now, I'm about to say something that is extremely morbid. However, this right here, gentlemen, is a real scenario that could have taken place. This man, at that point in time, as the guy is lying on the ground, he could have had his way with that woman. Had he so chosen, he could have deleted her. He could have done other things. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is why I said this represents a perfect barbarian scenario. The guy gets taken out. The woman is stood there, frozen in fear. The barbarian could have did whatever he wanted at that point. Excuse me. The sicko spits on her while still clutching the knife before kicking the mortally wounded Carson and storming away. So yeah, just to add insult to injury, he spits on him, spits on her, and then kicks him while he's down. That, gentleman, shows a completely and totally unhinged man. However, the most important question is, what made this guy snap? Now, I told you earlier I was going to talk about a certain phrase at the end of this article that would show you why this guy had the quote-unquote savior complex. Acadia Cutshall, 32, who attended school with Carson, volunteered with him and called him her quote-unquote best friend, went to his stoop to mourn his deletion Monday. Quote-unquote, I was present once when he literally talked a guy out of mugging him. Cutshall said, quote-unquote, he gave him some money. Last I checked, when you're trying to mug someone, they're trying to take your money. So the fact that he gave him some money, literally, in his mind, he felt like, yes, I talked this guy down. No, the mugging was successful, you idiot. So I'm going to give this a FAFO score of 10. These bleeding heart liberals, I just find them fascinating because it's all smoke and mirrors. You really look at the liberal, they're actually more racist than conservatives. But see, they use their racism, they tie it up in a nice, neat package. They do. Oh, it's all about kindness and we want to help the downtrodden, at the same time looking down their nose at the downtrodden, at minorities, so to speak. Hell, they even look down to other whites. That's right. Yeah. But all in all, this guy was so woke, he got put to sleep. Gentlemen, maintain situational awareness. Guys like this, they've been so shielded from reality that they think, oh, nothing's going to happen to me. However, all it takes is a split second. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Leave people the fuck alone, especially in this current climate where people are not wound too tight. Far too many people are unhinged out here. So yeah, keep your head on the swivel, watch your six, and arm yourselves. Yeah, Brother I Am Retired has made a great series of videos talking about how more and more criminals are moving away from firearms. Why? Because you can get a bludgeoning object, you can get a knife easily. There's no background checks for knives. And guess what? The 21-foot rule? Yeah. Oh yeah. Trust and believe. People are definitely going to start carrying knives on them. Guess what? I carry at least 2 knives on me at all times. But guess what? Hey, I'm just more in tune to the savage and true nature of this world, if this environment that we live in. Most people, they want to remain totally oblivious. And guess what? Hey, let them. However, when reality comes biting, you know what you do? You leave that situation. You leave people like that to their fate. Every time I see something going down, you know what I do? I turn 90 degrees in either direction, or if I can, I do a complete 180 and start walking in the opposite direction. Yeah, most people are not meant to be saved. Trust and believe. Survival of the fittest. Survival of the smartest. It is what it is. Well, I've rambled on long enough. Read the various articles. Let me know what you guys think. And to women out there, this article, this video is a perfect representation of what truly happens when the power you think you have in the protection of a man goes out. Where was that activism? Where was that feminism then? Guess what? That went out right along with it. Like I said, gentlemen, you saw in real time a woman who claims she's an activist. What happened in the face of true danger? That's right. She froze. Yeah, all that activism that you could do online, guess what? When reality's there, yeah, exactly. Most women are going to freeze the fuck up. Why? Because they're not faced with the true reality that we men are. That this is a violent damn world. It is what it is. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am